Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc. Hi guys, and welcome to today's episode. Boy, cleaned out the contents of that house, got ready for an auction sale, been super busy getting all of the pile, the big mound of stuff that was here, a bunch of boxes. It's all gone now at the auction house, but I still have this pile behind me left. What is all this, you might ask? Well, it's the antique china that came from the house. I have been putting it off until all the other stuff was dealt with. I don't know that it'll make the auction sale, but I have to sort it all because the teacups were in a different box from the saucers and a different box from the teapots, and everything is all mixed up. So I'm gonna attempt to sort all that, years of mismatched antique china, and see how close I get to actually some full sets. To do that, I've set myself up with a workspace over here where I've got some tables set up, one for cleaning and processing, the others for sorting into, and I've got bins, lots of bins, in fact so many bins set aside to start putting the matching pieces into. It's going to be a big endeavor, but I wasn't even sure I was going to do a video about it, to be honest. And then somebody wrote me and said, please show the sorting and unboxing of all the antique china. So guess what, this is for you and anybody else who's interested in this kind of stuff. I'm gonna get to it, start getting some boxes moved over there, and I guess, I don't know, I think I'll have to do plates, teacups, patterns. I'll figure it out. We'll come up with a system, but I've got to be organized because it could turn into a big mess if I'm not careful. So follow along on today's episode while I go through a bunch of antique china and see what we've got. Let's go. There's no great way to start sorting a whole bunch of boxes of china, I don't think, other than starting with the box that's closest to you, or the boxes that are closest to you, and then slowly moving them over one by one and separating them out. So I guess that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hey, first up we've got some tumblers, some Civil War, looks like commemorative type tumblers or American history tumblers. There's a Liberty Bell. Constitution, or Declaration of Independence, I should say. So we've got some American tumblers, and I think all of these sort of vintage tumblers, I'll keep these separated in their own kind of area. Arizona. Well, they look like they're having a good time. They're shooting a Western movie. There's another Arizona one. Matches, just a different color. Okay, now this is going to become a challenge because we've got teapot lids. So I guess I'll put lids and tiny little lids, everything that's teapot related kind of in one area. And plates, this is the problem. Every box is just a jumble of stuff. But at one point they had either bought or were selling this for $35. E.W. Castle. Yeah, it's a pretty glaze. So those two match. I'm slowly getting there. I've started to go through this other box, and there are an awful lot of these sort of sandwich plates. They're clamshell designed, they're hand decorated, so they say. And these would have a matching teacup that goes with it, so this will end up going over in the teacup category. Those are Fire King, 1950s Fire King plates, Pyrex-like, I guess. Some English plates, really just a variety of stuff. Some is not so collectible, like made in China, newer stuff. Some are antique English. Oh, it's just gonna take a bit of sorting through to figure out what I have, but it is nice to kind of get these together. And Melissa's here.
Hello.
She couldn't resist the allure of going through plates. don't think we have a match for that yet.
Here's one.
Found a match for it? Oh, okay. 22 karat gold, peach blossom. I don't know why I said it like that. 22 karat gold. I always turn into a prospector every time. Well, there's a plate that needs some cleaning.
It's like a burger series.
22 karat gold. Yeah, that is filthy. I'm gonna see if I can clean that up. Why would they, I guess, must have got a little water in that box at some point. Melissa is unpacking a box. It looks like it's got teacups in it. Be careful we don't set it too close to the edge. I gave the other plate that looked like that a bit of a cleaning. It's a bit better, still a bit of tape residue. Unfortunately, it has a little hairline crack in it. We'll keep that aside for now. I'm gonna get these all look like they're saucers for teacups. We'll see if we can find the mate for them somewhere. Anything good so far?
Some things are pretty interesting.
One way to tell if it matches, you can look and see if it's got the same print. That's called the Victoria print on the bottom. And that is the old something or other. Anyway, it's different but similar. But there might be matches for hopefully these little saucers as we pull the teacups out. This is kind of a pretty looking plate. Nice pattern on it. And it's Royal Winton Grimwades, made in England. Yeah, if you check the underside of the cup, it should match exactly the underside of the saucer. Hoping there's at least a few that match in here.
It's a Royal Albert.
Yeah, whatever teacup would match with that would have the exact same pattern. Or should. Let's see if we can find a few that connect. Try and connect the missing dots here. Okay, so that is the Victoria pattern. This is the Victoria pattern. So there, I've got a matching cup and saucer. One. Oh, did we not find the lid for this teapot?
Right next to it? Right
No, that's not the lid for it. No. I mean, it probably fits. Nope. But that's not the lid. We'll keep looking for the lid for it. Otherwise, that's a very nice teapot. Made in England. Okay, I'll help go through some of these boxes. We're trying to get the saucers out first.
Okay, got it. Oh, there's some more underneath that pile.
Okay, there's a pile of saucers in here. Because if we get the saucers unwrapped, then when we find the matching teacup, we can just put them together.
Oh, I thought I found it.
Remember that pretty little Royal Winton plate there? Well, Melissa found what looks to be maybe a little sugar bowl. And
This one feels promising. And I saw on the very end. A little, that's actually pretty cute.
yeah, a little creamer, sugar and cream set. And the nice thing about this is that, well, we found a matching little set, and that was in 2 different boxes. The plate wasn't even in with the other bits. So that's why we got to go one by one and try and do what we're doing here to match it all up.
Sounds heavy.
Just brass. This was a cool set though. That's Medelta. Medelta is a Alberta company, and this is like a little, it looks like a log, like a section of tree trunk. They tried to make it look like wood, I guess, with some bark and a twig. It's kind of creative. But there are many Medelta collectors worldwide, not just in my area. Though a little cup and saucer set like that is probably a fairly rare piece because they're mostly known for making crocks. So that's a good find.
Little this.
Okay, let's see what's in this box.
Looks like.
A lot of teacups.
Look at how they're stacked. That's.
Hopefully they're not all broken. Do you imagine if something got dropped on top? It'd be kind of amazing if they're all together, but maybe we'll start finding some
Matches.
Yeah, and I hope that maybe the plates are in here somewhere too. Well, let's see what one of them is. That looks like a creamer or something.
I picked a creamer right off that.
Yep, that's what it is. Oh, I can see some of the patterns.
This looks like a...
Is it Pyrex or Fire King? No, it's not Fire King, it's Federal. Heat-proof Federal. 50s kind of. Actually, I've got some of those plates over here. That matches that. Well, we are finding some matching sets like this really pretty Asian set. I don't know, was it actually, it doesn't have a mark on it. At least not on the cup anyway. Oh, Japan, made in Japan. But it's a neat little set. But Melissa is taking all of the finished, or the match sets, I should say, putting them on that table. Look how many unmatched. We've decided to start laying out some saucers and then basically take a cup and kind of go bing, 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 until we find it. That's not the right match, but that's the exact noise I would make if it was. I did find a nice little set. Don't have the saucers so far, but that's a nice Fire King set. If I can find the rest of the saucers, that'll be a beautiful little set to put up for sale. There's a little bowl. We keep that together. And there's a Fire King set that's white with gold trim down below. So we're making some progress, and I'll give that to you. And we're finding some stuff that we can give to charity as well, just like any generic sort of glasses, tumblers that don't really have much significance are going to go off to charity. Like that. Just a regular sort of cup will be charity bound. Well, it's just me sorting right now. Melissa found a box with some china that she really, really, really liked, and she made off with it. She grabbed her loot and she ran. I think she went to put it inside the house to claim it, which is fine. That's what this stuff is meant for. It's meant to be used and enjoyed. I'm going to continue laying out saucers here in hopes that I can find the matching teacups to go with. Some of these plates are so dirty and dusty from sitting in the box. Melissa's going to try working her magic on it, and we'll come back and see what it looks like in a minute. I've just about gone through, I think I have, no, one more. I thought I was done, but I'm not. Got a stack of those. Is that it? Is that everything out of here? Yes, it is. So one more box. Why does it still feel like there's something rattling around in it? Because there was one more plate rattling around. And it's a dish, it's not for putting a teacup on. I guess you could, but it would roll around on you a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go find another box over in the corner. That's all we've got for sorted stuff so far. Not a ton, but some. Yeah, some. I have a feeling I'm gonna find lots of saucers. What I need to find is a box with teacups in it. One of these must have just a pile of teacups. And then we can start really matching things up. Oh, well, maybe this one right here. That's old dinerware. What does the box say? Mom's Cafe dishes. Yep. Well, I'll leave that just as it is. I'll sort that later because that is old cafe ware. Mom's china. Okay, somewhere in here, there's going to be teacups. I'm going to find that box, and then everything will start to make sense. I found a box that looks like it has potential for some teacups. Maybe I can start matching these up with their saucers somewhere. How'd the plate turn out?
It came out pretty clean.
Oh yeah, still probably could use it.
Even, yeah. Oh, that's.
It would come a little bit better, but
yeah, of course, with the proper cleaning.
Let's see the other side again. That's a nice little pattern. Okay, I am going to start. I've got to start finding the matching saucers to these cups because we're running out of table space. Those match. Go somewhere. It would be nice if the saucers and cups were in the same thing. There's another one of those Fire King. And this is all the, oh yeah, there we go. Somehow this survived like that. Wait, hang on, I've got a garbage bag here. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what goes with what. Or at least get these out so we can...
Just that? The yellow?
No, I don't think so.
No. That's...
Okay, we'll unpack and then we'll hopefully fill up that table. I mean, the saucers might... No, it doesn't look like the saucers are in there. Looks like it's just a bunch of teacups, no plates. This is the scene in the garage right now. Quite literally sorting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of teacups to try and find matches. And so far, we've probably found maybe, I don't know, maybe 80 or so that go together. The problem is they packed the dishes separate from the cups and they're all in different boxes and it's taking an awfully long time to go through, but we're finding some really neat pieces all along the way, like that little floral gem right there, or the psychedelic looking black and white. There are a number of beautiful teacups in here. And the reason I'm doing the teacups and saucers first is because that is kind of the bulk of this collection. It seems to be cups and saucers, a few sets from the looks of things. But they definitely had a collection of cups and saucers going on. I'm gonna take a break for now and come back to this again later because I'm off to go have dinner with my mom and I don't wanna keep her waiting. But some good progress so far for day one. I'm finding all sorts of other cool things like these antique plates, antique English plates. There are just so many things that I've actually met my match. For once, I don't have it in me to sort all this stuff. Not right now anyway. I sorted a little bit of stuff, but I'm exhausted, I'm beat, I'm tired, and I don't have it in me. So a certain amount of things will stay sorted. And frankly, the other stuff, well, it's gonna have to wait for somebody else to do. I might just try and sell it as a big lot and be done with it. Or set it aside and maybe wait until I'm more rested and I can actually do this. But I think what I'm gonna do now is basically just get this stuff boxed back up again, set it aside, and deal with it another day. Although there's been an awful lot of china coming out of these boxes, there's also been some vintage Pyrex. I think these are the Pyrex Clear Vision series. And it looks like there might be a whole set in this box, at least a few anyway. 3 or 4 different pieces. More cups and saucers, which is not a surprise really, considering how many we found so far. And in this box, look, more Pyrex. More of a 1970s sort of print. It looks like there's a few of them down in there. But it's just, quite honestly, an overwhelming amount of stuff to go through. Pyrex like that is a very easy sale. Even these Clear Vision bowls will be great for somebody who needs or wants old Pyrex. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You could still use it today. And teacups, well, they're fun. I've seen people turn teacups into candles. Some restaurants use mix-match vintage china. One of these bins, that's Fire King. One of these bins, though, I don't know where it went to now. Of course, right when I want to show you guys, it was full of uranium glass. That's the green glass that kind of glows under blacklight. I'm going to try and work my way out. It is quite a pile of stuff. Quite a gargantuan task going through all this. You wouldn't expect it to be, but it truly, truly is an awful lot of stuff. Oh, here it is. This is a box of uranium glass. So you've got stem vases. You've got uranium glass oil lamps, and these can go for a few $100s each. There's cups and saucers and bowls. Basically everything in here they had separated out because it was uranium glass. Green uranium cut glass, pitchers. And this, when you put it under blacklight, it's phenomenal. It glows because of the uranium in it. But there's candelabras, so an entire box full of uranium glass. That would make somebody quite happy. This stuff is out of glassware. When you come across just clear glass, it's not super duper collectible unless it's something quite spectacular. But the green uranium glass like this is an easy sale, and people will put a blacklight in a china cabinet and it just glows and looks fantastic. So this whole bin probably a few $1,000s worth. I'm not kidding. Probably a few $1,000 worth because it's so full of uranium glass. You add up the lamps, there's probably 2 or 3 in there. That's almost $1,000 there, and then all the other stuff. So probably a couple $1,000 worth of just green uranium glass in that one bin. Not too shabby. So that's it, packed up, cleaned up. There's about 33 big totes full of antique china. There is uranium glass as well, the type that glows under light. There's oil lamps, there's all kinds of stuff. So I guess now the trick will be just trying to find a home for somebody, well, a home for all that for somebody, probably another dealer that I can sell that stuff to in one go, and they can take the time to sort it out, put it on their shelves and sell it off. So guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm tired, but I got pretty much all that cleaned up and put away, at least by the wall for now. The next day or two here, I'll finish cleaning up the rest of the front area in the garage, and I shall have my space back, which is what this has all been about. It's taken a long time, a lot of work to get there, but I'll be so glad when that's done and gone. So thank you very much for watching today's episode, guys. I hope you'll subscribe for more of these sorts of episodes, or more of other kinds of episodes. And I'm gonna get back to listing stuff online and trying to sell some things. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all soon, and as always, bye for now.